Okay, so Berlin, a tale of two cities, and today we're going to see the biggest emblem of that, Berlin Wall. So let's go. So we found the preserved part of wall here, which is pretty cool. And what they've done is actually just turn this whole place that used to be derelict borderland into a garden. So this is pretty kind of thin and flimsy in the grand scheme of things, isn't it? However, it did just enough to keep people out and in of East Germany. So, East Berlin over there, West Berlin over there, and this church, wow, the remains of this church were in the middle, and the East Germans blew this church up to get it out of the way and put the Berlin Wall on top of it, and only its foundations remain. This is a photo of where the church was, in between East and West. West and East Berlin. And the wall went around all of this, so that's about 120 kilometres. Okay, so families and lovers were separated by this wall, and they can only wave at each other above it, like in this photo. So just look how nasty these spikes are on this metal grating. These were installed beneath the walls to injure people jumping down into freedom. They were colloquially referred to as Stalin's lawn. Okay, so this is a preserved part of the Berlin Wall. I mean, imagine how terrifying that no man's land must have been to cross, or impossible even with that watchtower there. You can see to either side of the wall. Look at what this is today. Lovely green park. So amazing to see how much this has changed in the past, what, 30 years? Bread content is back. So, what's bigger, this pretzel or my head? I think marginally my head. Definitely better than the one that you get in Lidl back home. Okay, so we're gonna continue our tour of East Berlin, but first let's head back down to the metro. So we're now in Alexanderplatz. This was the nerve centre of East Germany. This is where they have all the big military parades. Down here, this is where they had all the protests as well when East Germany fell. And of course, right smack bang in the middle of it is an absolutely huge TV tower, because as we saw in Georgia, communists, they did love their TV towers. So we're going to continue our German Odyssey, our East German Odyssey I should say. Everything's a German Odyssey. So let's move on. Right, the DDR Museum, or Deutsche Demokratische Republik, or the German Democratic Republic, or East Germany, as we know it. So let's go and find out what life was like inside of the East German state. So this is a map of divided Germany. West, and this is the east here. As you can see, Berlin was a little enclave in East Germany. So all goods and people needed to be flown or transported by special motorways to Berlin from the west. So this is Mikhail Gorbachev on the left, last leader of the Soviet Union, and Erich Honecker on the right, last leader of the East German Democratic Republic. Big buds. In East Germany, when there was a big vote, people only ever voted one way. This is where you'd likely end up for a crime that you didn't commit. So just like the ladders in the Soviet Union, these Trabant cars, or Trabbies as they were called, have real cult status. And you still see the odd one about on the German roads. But now more as a classic car type thing than anything else. Let's start her up. Oh, look, go backwards. Yeah, look. Got a need for speed on the streets of East Berlin. The bureaucrat's office. Already making myself comfortable here. Das ist ein Befehl. Hallo. Suche nach die Personen. My beautiful secretary. So, they love their doping in East Germany. Got ourselves some anabolic steroids here. East Germany was so poor compared to the West that they would mix coffee beans with barley. You see that there? Well, at least the kitchens weren't too bad in East Germany. So what's on the menu in East Germany? We've got Hungarian fish soup, maybe for starters, and that looks like a bit of a snap up roast meal there, the rotisserie Milano. You can have a borscht, so this has got a very socialist Eastern European feel to it. Oh yeah, we've also got the Romanian moussaka and also Siberian dumplings as well, or goulash if your taste buds so fancy it. Okay. So, the East German look isn't that too dissimilar from my own when I'm at home. Okay, so no need for Tinder in East Germany. Apparently, they had sex earlier, they married younger, and they had more children, and they also had more affairs and got divorced quicker than in West Germany. So,